Carmelo Hayes. A 5'10", 210-pound generational talent. Codename, him. When he shoots,
I don't miss.
My. This don't look good tonight. You know what? F all that. Triple K, bring you and your big nose right down to the aisle, because why is it that Carmelo Hayes is counting the lights every single week? You know what? Not even every single week, because he's barely even been shown on the WWE product. You already know what the f it is. Let's go. Hey, what's going on, YouTube land? It's your boy TJ, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Wrestling Nostalgia, where I get my wrestling content on these videos. And today we have somebody that I was hoping I was never going to make a video on under these circumstances, and that is Carmelo Hayes. So, as we all know, Carmelo Hayes been trending. Last night, we won Melo, and me too, okay? Me too. And I don't understand, why is it that Carmelo Hayes, one of the brightest prospects that have come from NXT, is being relegated to being a glorified jobber at this point? Like, I don't understand. You went from, what, the #1 draft pick of SmackDown, and you're counting the lights almost every single week if you're being shown on WWE product? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. The math not mathing, but we're just gonna go ahead and get into a little bit of the background story on Carmelo Hayes, right? So if anybody been familiar with Carmelo Hayes is nothing to snooze or sneeze at, because he definitely been one to watch out for on the NXT product. When he was the North American champion, everybody was like waiting to see who was his next victim was going to be, and everybody that he actually defeated, he had like on a jersey, and it was like innovative. It was something new. He had some of the best matches of all time on NXT. Like, I'm not hyping it. There's just no reason why somebody of Carmelo Hayes' resume would be downgraded to this. It just doesn't make sense. But when he was on NXT, he made the North American Championship over on there make it look like the A Championship. Like, honestly, when Braun Breaker was the NXT champion, I'm gonna be real with you, and I remember one of my YouTuber buddies or whatever had said it too, and I agree, Braun Breaker was not it on NXT. Like, as genetically jacked as he is and has the look, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna get it eventually, but right now on the main roster, he is basically a third wheel. Like, he's not really making too much noise. Like, he just started to really, definitely with the whole Roman Reigns thing that he got going on, and they're having a tag match on SummerSlam. Yeah, okay, yeah, like, he's just starting to get the ball rolling. With Carmelo Hayes, like, he been doing his thing. And then with his rivalry with Trick Williams, it was definitely like noteworthy. Granted, yeah, the matches itself wasn't like, I won't give it an A+, but it was definitely a solid B, like, honestly. And being as though this was like their first interaction with each other, and on top of that, they were the main event last year at Stand and Deliver, and honestly, the match was not bad. It wasn't like A+ on the card, but it definitely was not nothing to snooze at. Their rivalry was noteworthy. Like, everybody was wondering who attacked Trick Williams. Of course, we all knew it was Carmelo Hayes. I mean, that much was obvious. And then they had feuded or whatever because of the fact that Carmelo Hayes didn't want Trick Williams basically to steal his spotlight. He wanted to be the main champion, and he wanted Trick Williams to be the NXT North America Championship, being as though that, you know, he already won it and stuff like that. You know, he was done with it, and he wanted to still, you know, be a glory hog and want to be the NXT champion. But being as though they both can't be the champion, you know, that's how their rivalry sparked. And then it came to fruition at NXT Vengeance Day that it was Carmelo Hayes, and that's when the whole thing had kicked off. And then at NXT Stand and Deliver, they main evented, and then I believe the next month if I'm not mistaken, or later on in the month. I want to say it was April with spring breaking. So I want to say it was in the same month. They had a steel cage match, and that match was a little bit better. Well, actually a lot better because, of course, you know, we love gimmick matches. And, of course, Carmelo Hayes put over Trick Williams in a big way. And he wound up going over onto the SmackDown lane. He wound up getting drafted to SmackDown, one of the #1 draft picks. And, of course, we all knew that Carmelo Hayes wasn't going to beat the WWE champion. He wound up, you know, shooting a shot at the champion at the time, Cody Rhodes. He wound up losing, but it was a great match between the two. They botched, like, one spot, I remember. I think Cody Rhodes, or was it Carmelo? I forgot how it went. But I do remember one of them botched. And it looked like Cody was going to get injured because he was grabbing his arm real bad. So I don't know if he was trying to oversell or what, or he was actually hurt. Most noteworthy thing that he did was the whole Best of 7 series with him and Andrade. And I was heavily invested into that. And for whatever reason, the 7th match, it had LA Knight as the special guest referee. And I'm just like, I kind of already know where this is going to go. And the winner of that match was going to get a United States Championship opportunity. So I'm like, okay, cool. Let's see what's going to happen. For whatever reason, a no contest. Because LA Knight wound up beating them both up. So LA Knight had to defend the championship against both of them at Crown Jewel, I think it was. And of course, you know, LA Knight just won the title, so he wasn't going to lose it. And I believe he pinned Carmelo Hayes again. And then ever since then, he just kept counting the lights almost every time. I think he even had a rivalry with Braun Strowman. And I'm like, huh? And I believe he won by count out or something like that. But I believe the first go round, I think he lost. And then he wound up fighting him again, and then it was a count out. And I'm like, what? So then, like, it just a whole lot of nothing been happening with his career. And you would think with the pedigree of Carmelo Hayes, no pun intended, Triple H, more like Triple K in this video, because you're not escaping those allegations, sir. Yeah. And yeah, speaking of Triple H, just go ahead, come down here, come. Triple H, I don't know if it's you or TKO, WWE, them bookers, I don't know what's going on. It's no reason why Carmelo Hayes isn't like in contention for the world title, or at least Money in the Bank winner. Hell, a Final Four of the Men's Royal Rumble, something like what? Oh, but I gave him the Andre Memorial Battle Royal winner. Who cares about that? He ain't doing nothing with it. If you look at the last several Andre Memorial Battle Royal winners, who really was really a big star? I'll wait. Hell, some of them not even in the company no more. Like I said, I really do feel like, and I've drawn the conclusion, and I agree with my bro C. Watts. He said it. I do believe they're trying to sabotage Carmelo Hayes for Braun Breaker. Look, Braun Breaker is an exceptional talent. He has the genetic gene pool, being as though he is a Steiner, for those that don't know, because he's, I guess, trying to make his own legacy and stuff like that. That's cute and all. Hey, cool. But honestly, he's nowhere near the star that Carmelo Hayes is. So I don't understand. They're not even on the same show. That's the... Bro, I even commented that. They're not even on the same show. For WWE to try to, like, really cool off on him and like ruin his aura, it's not working because WWE Universe sees through it. They know what you're doing, and it's not working. Even with R-Truth, y'all cooled off on him like he damn near ice cold.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Take him out the freezer, heat him up, like you had him with the feud with John Cena, and it went nowhere after he came back. I'm talking about like after he came back. He was in one match with him, and it ended in a disqualification. Granted, he didn't lose, but who cares? Like, what are we doing here? And then with Carmelo, like I said, because it just doesn't make sense, bro. Hopefully WWE sees this and they actually do something about it. And now here, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he had a championship opportunity, he lost. Yeah, because you freaking predetermined him to lose. You have to actually give some of these people, some of your superstars, a chance. You cannot depend on nostalgia all the time. You have to build up new stars, or otherwise this company is going to go down to shit. One thing about Vince McMahon I do love, and we all know that he got them allegations. But look, this is Triple H's fault why I gotta keep going back to nostalgia as far as like with Vince. Even if Vince did not like somebody, he would push them if the value was there. That is a fact. You could look back. He did not believe in Daniel Bryanson, but guess what? He pushed him because the money was behind him. He had one of the biggest WrestleMania moments. And you could recreate that with Carmelo Hayes, but, you know, and heel, the bad guy. It just doesn't make sense why somebody of Carmelo Hayes' talent is being relegated to this. It just doesn't make sense. Like I said, I do feel like WWE is trying to cool off on Carmelo to bid up Braun Breaker. And again, you don't have to sit up there and dim somebody else down that's not even on the same show to build somebody else up. Like, we see what you're doing, Triple H and TKO, WWE. Like, something has to give. It doesn't make sense. Stop doing it. Let this man thrive. It's no reason why he couldn't have been at least a United States champion by now. Like, are you so, like, be so for real.
And another point I want to bring up before I end this video is the fact that when Carmelo Hayes was the NXT North American champion, he was actually way more over than Braun Breaker was. And I feel like, honestly, WWE and TKO seen that, so now WWE is doing their best and their damnedest to sit up there and bid up Braun Breaker. I mean, look at Braun Breaker. He already won the Intercontinental Championship twice, and now he's in a faction with Seth Rollins. It's very obvious that they're trying to ruin Carmelo Hayes to bid up Braun Breaker, being as though that when the whole Braun Breaker experiment was going on, it was not the best. Like, you can look back, everybody was like so for Carmelo Hayes, and he was way more over, way more charismatic. He was just that guy. He was him, like he always say. And oh yeah, to answer my question, because I forgot to do that too in the beginning of my thumbnail, is he really him? He is, definitely is. But unfortunately for WWE, they don't see it for him. And then another thing, whatever happened to the pairing with Carmelo Hayes and The Miz, Oz him? I feel like also with that whole situation is the fact that after The Miz had wind up like talking out about the whole R-Truth being let go situation, all of a sudden he just got taken off TV for a couple of months. I believe when they were in The Miz's hometown, all of a sudden he just popped back up. But no mention of him and Carmelo and their pairing. But hey, you don't find that suspicious?
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
I mean, at this point, do Carmelo Hayes need to take a page out of Triple H's handbook? If you know, you know. Wink, wink. Because this is getting out of hand. But honestly, we just have to wait and see how everything turns out. Hopefully, WWE sees the whole we want Melo situation and do something about it. But we have to wait and see how everything plays out.
You not low, and we see you. And I wasn't even gonna make a video today, but you know what? After that, We Want Carmelo had trend. I was compelled to make a video about this, and honestly, this is utter bull crap. There's no reason why somebody that's a top star in the company is being jobbed out to lesser people than him that he could wipe the mat with. Like, goodness gracious, we just seen that match with him and Cody Rhodes countless of times. He kept up with this man. I don't know, man. Like, comment down below. How do you feel about Carmelo Hayes? Like, am I tripping? Do y'all feel like WWE is sabotaging Carmelo Hayes? Because honestly, I feel like they sabotaging that man. There's no reason why somebody that had an elite career in NXT all of a sudden just, you know what? Before I end this video, I know one thing. Trick Williams, Obafemi, and a couple of other people I can't name right now, if they go up to that main roster and all of a sudden they don't got nothing for them and they jobbed it out and counting the lights every week, I already know what time it is. But comment down below, like, share, and subscribe. Help me grow this channel. Your love and support is definitely great. We appreciate it and welcome. Peace. TJ, I'm out.
The most important letters in WWE won't be RKO. They'll be HI.
You